Let's wait one more minute, it's only 7:15. Give them a minute. And see if it's
You know,
and then if not,
it's hard to sit and look
that's
at it
Russian.
and not eat it.
Russian has everything.
I'm waiting to see her
Just
shake her
very
hand.
quick. So she's got everything.
to.
She's got more for you, Russian, so relax.
She said karate.
She'll have ready to by the time you finish.
Yeah, but also too.
Yeah, the other
Really.
I only did the rental fee because a lot of that was my
No,
class.
it's so much.
So I straightened it out.
Charlie, there's also room.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how to
it's,
say it because he's gone.
So,
There's also room
I know you
with
know
my
the answer to
father's
this
father.
question.
And we got it straightened out.
When is the next Board of Education?
Next Tuesday.
And where is it being held?
It's going to be held at the high school.
Thank you. That's the budget meeting, right?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Exactly, right.
He died when my dad, he died when my dad was seed.
Residents in the county
Yes.
Yeah. That was thing too.
and west of Marshall downtown.
Yes.
We pay full tax.
What if you were one of those three?
Okay.
What if you were one of those three? Should we just get rid of it because it's just you? Because you're a nobody? You're just one of three. You're nothing. You're not that important to the town.
We'll do a roll
No?
call
Should we?
and take
What if it was you?
and our flag slip and then hopefully we get to a roll right in the middle.
You think she's related to Bobby? See, you don't know that joke. I love that. That's one of my favorite jokes. I think she's related to Bobby. I know. Neither of them.
That's right. Would you like a ring?
Not yet.
Charlie.
You know what, you just want to even stick them sideways.
No, but they cut them out. They put them in the root, you know,
What's that?
those 3 kids, and then not do it for the, and save their money on
All
all the
right, everybody, we are still at this time waiting for our treasurer to come. Excuse me, gentlemen, could you, in the public area, could you please take a seat so we can begin our
Especially
meeting?
you, mister.
Thank you, thank you. We're waiting for Dexter to come, he's on his way, but in the meantime, we have Kim Powers taking minutes. Thank you, Kimberly. Okay, I'd like to call our meeting to order tonight. This meeting is held in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law. Okay, will everybody please do a roll call for Kimberly first? Pat Butler?
Maxine Podolsky.
Rashmi Shade.
Cass Rody. Kimberly Powers.
Charlene Story. Jeff Reagan.
Susan Palatine.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Everyone stand, please, for our flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can we please remain standing just for a few minutes to just, give a moment of silence to Gloria Vaccarino, who passed away this week. Her family. She was a library trustee and a pillar of the community, a legend of Roselle Park, and we lost her. So let's just give her a few moments of silence and remember everything she did for our community. Thank you.
And how our circulation is gonna go down.
I know.
Because
One of our
she'd
best
come in-
borrowers.
Best
It's
borrower,
terrible.
up until the end, 5 books a week.
It's amazing, and steady all the time. Yeah, it's a real loss to the community. She was a lovely lady.
I really liked her.
And among the other things, she was a trustee, but she did many other things in the community as well. There you go. Okay, you all have in your packets the minutes of our last meeting of March 16th. Would you please read the minutes? And as you're reading the minutes, see if there are any corrections, additions to the minutes. Just want to give Susan a special thank you for making up these packets again like we used to years ago. Sometimes our printers are down, sometimes things happen. It's just so good that you have everything right here,
Yeah, it works
just in
out.
case we can't download them at home,
have a question. What
Yes.
happened with the furniture consoles?
You're looking at item number 6?
Yeah.
Is there a question about anything there that's written?
No, I'm just wondering if it was approved or.
Oh, more to come on that, but these are just the minutes from the past meeting.
Okay.
So that's just what happened so far up to our last meeting point. But there'll be updates on that later. We missed you at the last meeting, I
I'm
forgot
sorry.
that. I know, it's okay. We love you, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
All our trustees are wonderful. Okay, any corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes? Okay, then can I hear a motion then to pass our minutes?
Motion.
Okay, Jeff, second. Thanks, Maxine. Okay, let's do a roll call on the minutes, all right? Maxine?
Yeah, yeah.
Rashmi?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cass? Kim?
Yes.
Charlene? Jeff?
Yes.
Sue?
I don't know.
That's right, sorry. Just love you. Okay.
Just like saying my name.
Okay, our minutes have been approved. Okay, so if you would all look into your packets and take out your financial report, action on bills. You have it. It's there. Please read your financial reports and see if you have any questions on the financial reports and action on bills. So I'm looking at our water sprinkler system. I'm looking, Sue, at the water sprinkler system.
What about it?
I'm looking at the,
Money?
yeah. I am. We're looking at, I'm looking at 133A, 158.96. I know it's gonna go up in spring, but I have to tell you, everything out there, you know, for the most part, no, it's not that.
Excuse me, that's not the.
That's not the sprinkler system though. That's our fire sprinkler system.
Oh, okay.
The water is for outside,
Is that
right?
133C?
Regular water. Yeah, I'm not
All right,
finding it
well,
either.
We don't have it.
It's pending, it's 133C.
Yeah, I'll look on
Yeah,
there.
it's pending.
Yeah, you'll put it. Oh, you don't have it?
So why is the fire water sprinkler so high? You're curious. Well, I don't know, like, you know, you're looking at 79.43, well, in January, but then we had nothing in February, so is that for 2 months?
Michelle, you have another copy? Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
They're missing the financial, summary.
I guess everybody took them. I guess more people took them
You
than we
need more?
thought.
No, that's good, thank you. Who doesn't have a financial receipt?
The sprinkler system.
Okay, I
That was
got you.
for 2 months, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I was just curious, because it went up
yeah.
there in March.
And then the 133, the one, where is that, for the sprinkler?
It's 133C,
Where it's still
it's
pending.
pending, okay.
Because I remember last time it was like some $800 or something.
Right, so we were concerned of what it was gonna be, but so far, have they been putting the sprinkler system on?
Good question.
I don't think so, because I think, somebody came today and said, we need to start putting the sprinkler system on.
Very dry out there.
So,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens next month.
I assumed it was going on already, but,
I can inquire.
okay, good. Just been a very dry spring so far.
Yes. So brush fire yesterday on the track.
Yes. Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Usually it happens though in this season.
Normally it's 1 day or 2 days.
Get rid of the wind. The wind is-
Any other questions on the receipts or financials? As you're looking at your list? Okay.
I have one question.
Yes.
Just a little explanation.
Where are you?
On 101,
On
in
your-
the 100s.
on your spreadsheet?
On the
Okay.
spreadsheet. Where the January, February, and March
Mhm.
salaries.
Well, because there's 3 pay periods in March.
Okay, oh, okay.
That's what you were gonna ask, right?
That's exactly right.
All right, good.
And why it's listed differently on the 100 salaries in the report.
Well, because we didn't get them yet, right? Because one was from March, and then the 2 from April,
Right.
which carried
Oh.
over.
Good question.
I was anticipating that one.
Oh, good for you. Okay, then what about the medical?
Well, the medical is medical. You know, we got the.
Was it a lump, like an upfront sum in February? Would that cover retroactive to January?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Probably does.
We paid 3 months,
Cost
right?
is gonna be the 3261.28. And they want it a month before it's due.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm looking at our total, so our actual balance over here,
Mhm.
and I'm breathing deep.
Why?
Well, it's 298, 926.48, and our original proposed budget was 420. And we're not through half the year yet, so I'm just a little, I don't know, just did it.
Yeah, well, don't forget that, so the medical is high, you know, so we.
Because the medical kicked in this time.
Right, the medical
Okay.
kicked in. It usually looks like this in the beginning, and then it levels out, if you look at last year's, right, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I want you to.
Because we
to
pay a
let
lot of
them
stuff
know.
up front.
Right,
Okay.
okay. Okay, do I hear any more questions on the budget and receipts? Okay, can I, hearing none then, can I have a motion to approve, the financials and receipts?
Motion?
Okay, Jeff, I have a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, Maxine, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the receipts and financial report is approved. Okay. All right. Hope Dexter's. We don't have any guest speaker this evening, do we, Sue?
No.
Okay. do we
That
have
I
any?
know of.
All right, no. Well, we're gonna have a presentation later, but I'm gonna put that under new business because it is part of our new
Okay.
business. So we're gonna put, instead of a program, it'll be something that we'll be looking at later.
Okay.
Any correspondence?
No.
Okay. All right, my president's report. On April 12th, library board members, friends, and the mayor donated their time to read to our children at the library for Deer Day. Drop everything and read day. Thank you to everyone. It was a great event. We had a lot of fun, especially with Kit's new wonderful puppet. She had a puppet stage that was
The
converted to
photo
a photo
booth.
booth.
Yeah.
And it was so wonderful.
That
The
was fun.
pictures and the photos online were great to look at. She did a great job with
Yeah,
that.
she did.
I was here the day she was building it, and a big thank you to her too, because she did a lot of the carryover since Ellen was in Russia and not here for the event. She really helped, as did many of the staff members, so it was a great event. On April 15th, I attended the LUC, the Libraries of Union County Consortium Breakfast with Councilwoman Story and trustees Dexter Dela Cruz, Jeff Reagan, Maxine Podolsky, and staff member Kit Rubino. And under new business, Maxine's gonna share a little bit about what happened and the resolution that we were given at that special breakfast given by the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders. It was a very nice event, and it was certainly nice to see all the other trustees from other libraries in Union County and to spend time with them. And to know that it's really important to advocate for our per capita state aid increases, which are on the plate again in a new bill. And if any of you would like to write to your legislature about that, I have the address and information for you. It's really important that we keep our funding for our libraries in focus for our state. Okay. There are some new meetings and conferences coming up for library trustees. Some trustee workshops and conferences include on Thursday, May the 12th, from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Scotch Plains Public Library. From 6:30 to 8:30, they're having a program entitled What Every Trustee Needs to Know Now. And that's going to be offered, and it's kind of a basic, I took it years ago, it's a basic introduction to being a trustee, what your responsibilities are, what your concerns are, and they answer a lot of questions, give you a lot of handouts. Just a really great program, so that's one. Then on Monday, May the 16th, from 9 to 4, in Atlantic City at Harrah's, we have a special full-day pre-conference for the New Jersey Library trustees, so throughout the state. So if you would like to go to that, the best part about this program is they are actually focusing on fundraising for trustees and for friends of the library. So that's Monday, May 16th, Atlantic City from 9 to 4. I have all the information on these, just see me and I'll give them to you. That looks like a wonderful program. And then also, of course, NJLA is taking place at the same time in Atlantic City through Wednesday at that same time. And then in September, just to save the date, in East Windsor, there's a special Trustee Educational Institute conference that's taking place. I have gone every year they've had it. It is probably, I think, one of the most valuable conferences you can attend as a trustee. You get to network with people throughout the state and get to meet people and share ideas. And it's a very well-attended conference with great speakers and great programs.
I'm sorry, what date was that again?
Now, that is on September 10th, but I'll give you more information. It's in East Windsor. It's going to be at the conference headquarters, probably Scanticon or somewhere similar. But I'll get you the information on that when it gets closer to that time. And
They'll be
sign up.
sending-
Yeah,
they'll
sign
be
up is
sending
not
sign
yet,
ups.
so.
What time
Just-
is, what's the date for the Scotch Plains?
Scotch Plains is going to be on
May 12th.
Thursday, May 12th, from 6:30 to 8:30
Can't
at the
go.
public library.
Have an environmental meeting.
It's a really good basic introduction, and the speaker's very good. That's something you might want to consider. And we had our special committee hearing on furniture on Thursday, April the 7th at 10:30 a.m. We held a special committee hearing on library furniture. It was attended by Susan, Kit Rubino, Jeff Reagan, and Stuart Fife, the Vice President of Library Interiors, and myself. We met to begin to discuss the acquisition of library furniture. No final decision has been made at this time. Future meetings will be held to continue this process. And I hope all of you received from Doreen the email on filing your financial disclosure
I did,
form.
I already did
You're
mine.
on the list,
I
so
did
did
get
you
it.
check your email?
yes,
Would you like me to send it to you again?
please.
Okay.
Because sometimes I don't get sent things from.
You didn't get it either? Oh, you're there. I mean, your names are all there. Okay.
I
I
already
will
did mine.
actually send you the link, Susan and Jeff. Did you did yours?
I did mine. I did
Anyone
mine.
else who did not
April
receive that
1st.
from Doreen? Because it's really important.
Did
Has
you
to
get
be done
yours?
by
Yes.
April 30th is the deadline. Did you get it?
No, I have an email change.
Oh, you
Oh,
have.
you need to tell
You need
us
to tell
this.
us that, of course, because we wouldn't be able to talk to you. So can you give us your new email?
Hmm?
Can you give it to us now?
Sure.
That would be great.
It's all one word, quirky one.
Okay, could you spell it?
Quirky.
All right,
Irky.
K-Y, quirky,
Quirky one,
1,
One
okay.
word.
Number 1? Or one word?
one word.
Okay,
Quirky one is one word and it's 10.
10.
Quirky110@gmail.
at Gmail.
I had problems with my email for months.
Okay, I'm gonna send you, email that's
Yes.
reply to me to make sure I have it right, okay? And then I'll send it to Susan, make sure she has it, so we can
Yeah,
make
I
sure
never
that's
got it.
correct. I never-
Just so you know, Cass, if you have a hard time, Doreen can help you.
Or you could call Fran, and she'll help you too. It's not hard.
Oh, you can come over here, we'll help you.
Or
I'll help you.
you can
See, lots of help. But it must be done by
If you
April
don't own
30th,
anything.
so don't forget that part.
I mean, besides your house,
My car?
or in a business, no.
Well, you have to put in all the money from Goldman Sachs for making those speeches.
My favorite company.
You and Hillary. Okay, all right, so, but yes, we'll help you with that, it's
Okay.
not tough, but it needs to be done by April 30th, so please, please, please make
I'll
sure
be in
you
the
take
library.
care of that. Okay, now we'll go to the children's department report, Sue, and before you report, I just want to thank our friends at the library, because without them, the children's programs, I don't even know where we would be. They fund almost 99% of the children's programming in this library, and that includes the summer reading program. And I plan to come to your next Friends meeting just to thank everyone. When is that, Charlie, do you know?
Second Tuesday of the month,
Second Tuesday? Okay.
at 5:15.
Just to thank them, because I don't know what we would do without them. They're so wonderful to us, and your fundraising has been great. Thank you so much. And
I'll
thank you
pass
to the
that on.
friends.
Actually, that date might be changed because I'll be
Okay,
out of town.
just let me know,
Business.
Yeah, let us know ahead of time.
yeah, just let me know when it'll
I'll
be.
find, or
email.
carry on without me.
I don't know, I don't think it's that
Okay,
easy.
all right, okay,
Fred will be
so
here.
we're on to the children's report.
All right, well, as you know, Ellen is gone for, we don't know how long. She, with her mother was, had hip surgery, and then she broke her shoulder, and she's in Russia. So, indefinite, we don't know how long she'll be there. I mean, her husband just came in today, because we had to have something signed for payroll and personnel. So what'll happen is she'll use up all her sick time, she'll use her accumulated sick time, and then she'll have to do family leave if it continues, if she stays out any longer. But on the up part of this, Kit is, wonderful with kids and wonderful in the children's room, so she's taking over the children's room. And as you can see, there's already been lots of different things happening down there, like with the puppet theater, and we had a puppet show yesterday that, because we have so many talented people on staff. We have Linda, who can make anything, and, Barbara, who's wonderful with children, and then with Kit, it's a great combination down there, and I think it's gonna be, so far we're having a great program. So I just wanna thank them all for stepping up and doing a great thing. And Candy, who works down there, Candy Hahn, part-time, she can do all kinds of, she does all the linking of the new books. So we're good. So this is Ellen's report, which would probably be the last one for a little while, so you might not see the pie. Kate will make the
That's
cake,
okay.
but not a pie.
That's all right.
Eyes are easy.
We had 417 children attend our programs in March. We still have the original ones, and we had a flannel board with Miss Kit, which was a new one. There's Dexter.
Take your time, Dexter. Okay, it's fine. Kimberly's been taking minutes for you, so she wanted to. Take your time setting up, she's great. Thank you.
Anyway, she said special thanks to Kit for doing flannel board story time, and Debbie Heiss. Debbie has been making all the pieces for the
Yeah,
flannel
I
board.
saw that. She's really
So it's
talented.
really bringing out everybody's creative sides. She provided 2 intermediate algebra tutoring sessions for community college students, and 1 technology session teaching a patron how to use the Kindle app on an Android device. March 11, she attended the Books Kids Will Sit Still for, a closer look at some of the top-rated children's books of 2015 for grades pre-K to 6, workshop presented by the famous Judy Freeman. As you can see, we have all the books that have been bought
Thank you.
and that have been put
That
onto
gives
our
you an
shelves.
idea.
100 altogether, 96. 100, yeah, altogether. with
I got really
everything.
upset about this list, can I tell you why? If you look at number 89, it says, "Who is Elton John?"
I saw that.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
I saw that.
but I mean,
Well,
You
it's
know,
the Who Is books for
I know, but I'm just
biographies.
laughing
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
I mean, this is my generation, and I'm thinking the kids don't go for this.
He was married
No
to Joan of Arc,
idea.
I think.
No idea, no idea. But anyway, that one tickled me.
So the total circulation in the children's room was 1,873, and it's increased 6.7% from in March until this month. So it's increased. That's all we care about. And these are all the books. And that's the report.
Thank you, Sue. And please, when you speak to Ellen or talk to her, please tell her we're asking for her and wishing her well.
I will.
I know all the trustees.
I will definitely.
And she's in our thoughts and our prayers. Anyway. Okay, director's report.
All right, let's see. Library cards issued, we 49 this past month. We had an upswing in material circulation, 2,767. I'll just pick out some of it. Marta and I have been visiting the Casano Center once a month, doing our crochet and knitting
By the way,
projects.
they love that. They told me about it.
We'll be going again tomorrow.
They thought that was
So.
fantastic.
What time is it, Susan? 10?
No, it's,
1, right?
no. It's 1:30 or 12:30? 12:30 to 1:30.
And some of them asked, next time you come, could you bring applications for library cards? Because some of them felt they didn't have them or needed them renewed.
Yeah, sure, I'll bring them tomorrow. We'll be participating in Roselle Park Loves Art Day, and I think Joe's here to talk about that, so. The Friends will be collecting items to be sold on behalf of the library during the townwide garage sale on June 11th. So if you have anything you want to share with the library, please bring it. The little library boxes have been installed in the library lawn on the Clay Avenue side of the building. There's one for children's books and one for adults. Thank you to Charlene for following up on our vision. She's a great follower-upper. Also, thank you to was it the Union County Shop who did it?
Yes.
And Neglia Engineering, who installed the little buildings free of charge.
And Magnolia will be.
Yes, I put that in. And there has been some issue raised about the ADA compliance of the boxes, so Neglia Engineering has agreed to install a concrete sidewalk free of charge leading to the boxes, so that people can roll onto them if they're in a wheelchair. Mark from DPW came to investigate this, taking this down and putting it downstairs,
Oh,
upcycling
good.
this.
Good.
So
Just
we
a
have a
pet
room
peeve of-
divider
One
between
of my
the
pet peeves is
children's
this-
room and
this-
the,
Yeah, the
the
screen.
community
We
room.
never use.
we never used it, so we might as well bring it downstairs.
You can really use it downstairs.
So he will follow up. Also, our door, the inside door,
Oh, is he gonna
doesn't
fix-
work.
Oh, yeah, good.
And he's gonna follow up with the
Excellent.
company to have them come and fix that.
Oh, that's good.
I talked about Kit and Ellen. Thank you to everybody who read during Deer Day. Pat Butler, Dexter, Maxine, Kim, Pedro, Garrido, Charlene and Greg Story, Joe DiOrio, Mayor Hokinson, Elaine Shue with Julia, the therapy dog, Mrs. Endler, and Kit Rubino. I've submitted it, in your packet, you'll see I submitted, I might have
Yeah.
mentioned it last time, an essay and the pictures, and I sent it to the Library Journal for the Library of the Year grant. The winner will be featured on the cover of Library Journal and receive a $10,000 check, so I figured, what the heck? You know, we
Yeah.
do a lot of good things here, maybe, just maybe. Although last year, the winner was Ferguson, so.
Obvious reasons for that, right?
I have received the second round of the grant initiative from the county freeholders, and I'll be working on that. The libraries will be requesting $7,500 for children's and young adult materials. This is for each individual library. And then Pat, Dexter, Jeff, Maxine, and Kit, and Charlene attended the legislative breakfast sponsored by Luck, Libraries of Union County Consortium, on Friday, which, of course, as she said, the council people were there, legislators, mayors. So I heard it was a really special event. So, and that's it. It's my report.
I note that Julie Bauer is not here tonight, but did she send a report in?
No.
For us? Okay.
You know what, can I also read Kit's report?
Yes,
while I'm
would
doing
you?
that? Okay, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
start putting that on the agenda.
Explain like what this is too, because I don't know if everybody
Well,
realizes.
Kit has been doing a lot of our outreach. So, she's done that, and she's also, of course, now working in the children's room. So that's what most of this is. So you can read it, she assisted six, so either here or there. She went to Sherman School, second grade, and read a flannel board, story time, aftercare program. She did some stories for some children. The DEAR program, she did the photo booth. She did toddler flannel board stories, and she read to Robert Gordon, second grade, and Sherman School, first grade. And we also have a high school special needs student who comes weekly to do our recycling, and she also supervises that. And we also have a list of our books and all our materials for the adults on that, so.
Thank you very much, and please tell Kit that we appreciate all her efforts as an outreach person.
I
There's
will.
a lot of energy, and now she's running the children's programs.
Yes.
So we're gonna have
She's
to give her
pretty
some
busy.
extra vitamins we'll buy
Yes.
her.
Well,
That's very
I
nice of her.
offered to help her too. I told her she needs
I
a
know,
hand.
she's appreciative.
Just give me a call,
She
even on
will.
a Saturday, I
Okay.
told her.
Sure.
Thank you, Max. Okay, reports of officers and standing committees. Jeff and Rashmi, anything from the finance committee? Go ahead.
Okay,
You were there.
we're going to be looking at the financial statements and possibly coming up with some suggestions to update some of the techniques that are used in more modern, in the business world. And we're gonna look at that and make a presentation within the next meeting or two and throw it out to the board members to see if we have any positive comments or responses.
And also Rashmi went with me, we went to the bank. And now she's an official signer.
Excellent.
That's what I'm
Thank you, great.
If she needs ice for her wrist.
Yeah,
Finding your life.
She has a lot to
Oh,
make
I'm
up
writing
for.
all day. Okay, and reports of special committees. I read in my president's report some of the information on our special committee on furniture. We met to begin to discuss the acquisition of our library furniture for our building, but no final decisions have yet been made at this time. And we're gonna have future meetings, and they'll be held, and we're gonna continue in the process, so we will update you as we go along on that. Okay, and now we are to our public portion of our meeting. And I'd like to have somebody move to open the public portion of our meeting. Thank you, Cass. Can I have a second on that? Thanks, Jeff. Are there any members of the public who would like to come up to speak? Please state your name and address and ask your question of the board. Mr. Magaro, would you like to start?
Yes.
Good to see you.
Give us exposure to New Roselle Park. What is the position of the Board of Trustees of removing 10 books out of the library, and one of the 10 is the Bible? It was brought out within the last few days on CNN.
I don't know what you're asking. What are you asking?
He told me to say it.
It's all Joe's fault, actually.
I don't
Mr.
know what your
Magaro,
question is.
could you just, I mean, I kind of know what you're talking about.
On a serious note.
Yeah,
that's
it
serious.
kind of
I just thought
serious.
I would inject it because it's next.
I got that.
I don't know what you're asking.
Could you please explain how this came about, because I kind of know what you're
Well, the
talking
reason
about.
I'm questioning this is because at the last council meeting, it was brought up about Gone with the Wind, and this guy that brought it up is a writer, a movie producer, etc. And there were words that were passed by, I'm not gonna go through the whole litany of it. But watching the politics with Bernie Sanders, not the Bernie Sanders, in came a conversation with this couple and they were talking about it. And that there's a move on to remove 10 books, one is included is the Bible. All right. Item number 106, medical.
On the financial receipts, correct?
Yes. This is much easier to read than the other one.
Isn't it much easier?
Yes.
Don't you like this? I do too.
How much does it cost, how many people are covered by our health benefits? And is this medical health benefits?
Yes.
How many people are covered?
Well, we have one full-timer who collects benefits.
Who's the full-time worker?
I can't say that, can
You
No.
can't tell me?
I? No. I can't tell you who.
It's none of your business.
I gotta open it to find out.
I don't think, you can't talk about employees at an open meeting.
That's
One
just-
person one person.
That's just like taking the Bible out of the
No,
library.
it isn't. It's not the same. One person gets medical, but also the rest of us get buyback. So we get $5,000 buyback for not taking the insurance. There's 3 of us that get the buyback for not taking the insurance. And then we also pay for our dental insurance, which I think most of us have, regardless whether we have the mental insurance.
Are
The
these-
medical.
Are these folks in the union?
We don't have a union,
You don't have a union?
no.
Well, are your benefits determined if you're not in the union?
We go by what the town does, and what the town medical does for their people, and we're piggybacking on that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other members of the public who would like to come up and speak? Please state your name and address and ask your question.
How you doing? I'm William Hahn, 12 Woodside Avenue. I'm actually the gentleman who brought up the ADA compliance issue. I just have one question because I was told I didn't handle this very well last time. I'm new with this. Obviously, I don't public speak too often. I do use the library a lot. I'm a big fan of the employees here. The only question I have is, it's very nice of the Nagel Corporation to agree to put free concrete down. The question I have is, who gives permission to cover up taxpayer money? Well, I mean, that grass was just paid by taxpayers. Covering it up, somebody has to give permission to that. Who actually approved to cover up our taxpayer money? I'm just curious. I don't know the correct protocol. I just know that dumping concrete on something we just paid for doesn't make much sense.
I really can't answer that question.
Okay, should be a moratorium on doing that until we find out who's responsible for saying, hey, the taxpayers just paid for this, let's just forget about them, let's just cover it up. Is there some place we can go to, put a moratorium on that so that doesn't happen until it's discussed in an open forum? So taxpayers have a say in it? If I'm wrong, tell me wrong. I'm very new at this. I have never spoken public before. This is actually only the second time I spoke in public.
I'm thinking and I actually can't think. I don't know. I really can't answer the question because I'm not real sure what you're asking. I know the town is trying to make that ADA compliant for people to reach.
Okay, well,
That's their
actually
concern.
moving them could make them ADA compliant too. What I'm saying is, just blatantly pouring concrete because somebody's paying for it for free, it is kind of disrespectful to the taxpayers who just paid for that lawn. I'm just thinking that maybe somewhere along the line, they should be considered in the decision making, not just, I want to keep them here, because I actually didn't think there was a valid reason to keep the food post there anyway. It was designed to keep the kids from running on the grass. And I looked up, there's no law, statute, or ordinance that says kids can't play in that grass. Their parents paid for it. So since the reason putting there invalid, I believe putting here on the ADA walkway would suit everybody perfectly. No more concrete has to be poured on our grass that we paid for. And the handicapped people, disabled people, like myself, newly handicapped, by the way, this is why I'm getting involved. Everybody wondered what my motives were, who I was working for. I'm newly disabled, 2.5 years, and things are getting progressively worse for me. So these things came to my mind. I'm starting to be a little more interested in what I can and cannot access. I had no ulterior motives. I'm a fan of the library, I use it all the time. It just seems odd that when I was a kid, the Vale kids, the Hahn kids, the Wacker boys, and the Smith boys all played football in the front lawn. That was a different time, but I think, if you think about it, the kids have a lot more to worry about now. Online predators, teenage drinking. I just think that running on the grass is a really big problem.
But Bill,
Yeah.
they can run on the grass. They're allowed to.
I know, Mr.
But
Mule,
they never went on that side.
I understand. That's why it's silly to keep them in the middle of the lawn when you can put them right out here wherever they can access them. Pouring concrete don't make any sense. Moving the 2 boxes makes more sense. I believe the idea should be thought about a little bit because it's an easier solution than pouring concrete without taxpayers' approval. It's just a thought. If I'm out of line, like I said, forgive me because I'm new at this.
No, that's okay. And actually, this is the public portion, and, you know, we appreciate your concerns, and we certainly appreciate that you're an avid library user and supporter. Thank you for that. And all I can say is that I just can't answer your question, but, you know, I thank you for your concerns, and we'll look into that.
Can we show the idea of pouring concrete until it gets addressed?
It has nothing to do really with
It
that.
has nothing,
Well, we're not the ones pouring the concrete.
Somebody's making a decision to do it. It's library, it's public property, it's public library, right? Am I wrong? I mean, who makes the decision to pour concrete on a public land? Can I come and put a patio out here myself, or do I need approval from somebody?
well, I know that our town is, you know, I haven't heard the final result, exactly what's gonna happen with the project, but I know that they are working on that, so that's the most I can share with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the, allowing me to speak again. I hope I did better this time than last time.
That's fine. Are there any other members of the public who would like to come up and ask a question and speak? Please come up, name and address, and you're
Joe
gonna go on new,
Diorio.
well, no, you're gonna go on new business, but yeah, wanna go to public too?
Yes, I have
Okay, come
something
up.
unrelated to Roselle Park Loves Arts.
Okay, okay.
There was a Joe Diorio, 824 Lark Street, Roselle Park. There was discussion regarding the financial disclosure forms, and according to local finance notice 7-2016, where it defines certain positions that are eligible or ineligible, or considered to be managerial, executive, and/or confidential employees. There was a PERC decision. PERC is the Public Employees Relations Commission at the state level. There was a case where the issue of whether a library director had to fill one out or not. In that case, the PERC decided that the position was not a managerial, executive, and/or confidential employee, so that position didn't have to fill out a financial disclosure form. So I'm not sure if you had done one in the past, but you might share this with the clerk. She'll probably agree that the local finance notice gives guidance on who should fill one out. So I don't think you have to fill one out.
Well, I filled one out for the past 11 years.
She's been doing it all these years.
It probably can't hurt.
I'm not saying you
Well,
can choose to, that's your decision.
Yeah,
but
because
If you want the rules.
you just never know.
So, just my 2 cents.
Well, thank you for sharing.
It
that,
can't
Joe.
hurt.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe, for sharing.
Any other members of the public who would like to come up to speak? Okay. I'd like to hear a motion to close our public portion of our meeting then this evening. Do I have a motion for that?
I make a motion.
Thank you, Max. Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you, Rashmi. Our public portion is closed. Do we have any old business? And we have some new business. Maxine, would you like to share some of the new business?
Sure, I was one of the few trustees that went to the breakfast, which was very, very nice. So much food. And actually, the Roselle Park, all the library directors or whoever Kit represented you, because you weren't able, they all got proclamations. So I've also donated a frame so we can hang it up so everybody can see. If you want, Susan, I can read it.
Yeah, sure.
It says Union County Board of Children Freeholders Resolution, sponsored by freeholder Betty Jean Kowalski. Whereas the Board of Chosen Freeholders in Union County wishes to recognize National Library Week, April 10th through the 16th, 2016, with the theme Libraries Transformed. And whereas libraries have long served as trusted and treasured institutions, and library workers and librarians fuel the efforts to better their community, campuses, and schools. And whereas libraries are invoking in order to serve the communities and to continue to fulfill their role in leveling the playing field for all those who seek information and access to technologies. And whereas libraries and librarians open up a world of possibilities through innovative STEAM programming, maker spaces, job-seeking resources, and the power of reading. And whereas libraries and librarians are looking beyond their traditional roles and providing more opportunities for the community engagement and delivering new services that connect closely with patrons' needs, and libraries support democracy and effect social change throughout their commitment to provide equitable access and information for all library users, regardless of race, ethnic, creed, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or socioeconomic status. And whereas libraries, librarians, library workers, and supporters across America are celebrating National Library Week, now therefore it will be resolved that the Board and Children Freeholders of the County of Union wishes to recognize National Library Week from April 10th to April 16th, 2016, with the theme Libraries Transform, and encourage all residents to visit libraries this week and explore what is new at your library and engage with a librarian because of you, libraries transform. May it further resolve that the copy of this resolution to be prepared and presented to the Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library as a sincere token to the board's best wishes, signed and sealed April 15, 2016. This is the resolution. Also, they told us that they added extra money, that's why you can apply for $7,500 for the grant this year. And they're also looking to give, even more, hopefully, so.
Very good news.
Yeah, it was very nice, and, it was nice to see, everybody.
Well read.
And I heard the food was good. A lot of it, right?
Yeah.
It was good.
And Maxine bought a frame for this. I thought
Yeah,
that was so
I
nice of you. Thank
donated-
you. She
bought a
donated a
frame.
frame.
Thank
So-
you.
So we can have
Yeah,
a frame.
we
I'll
hang
put
it
it
up.
tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
This is
welcome.
wonderful.
She had to bring up
Yeah,
something
beautiful.
that outside.
Very nice.
Oh, yes, thank you. There's one other thing I'd like to, that came to my attention. As I was walking around, because now it's spring, and, I was looking how wonderful our outside library looks. I happened to notice that one of the plaques, Mrs. Keenan's plaque is
I
kind of.
know, we noticed that.
So I was wondering if anybody, if we can do something like change it or get a new one,
Yeah,
or
I think we need to
maybe
get one that's.
something that's appropriate for outside.
I tried
Yeah,
to
we
clean
worked
it
on that.
myself, and it's actually, material is really not an outdoor material to begin with. Like, when it was purchased, I guess it wasn't purchased for outdoor use.
Is that well, it was, that's what they told us to buy, but, is that place still around the corner?
Actually, Park Trophy will probably give us a very good price.
That's where we got it from.
They have many different types, though. They have, I know I've purchased plaques for them to give to people for awards, and they do a really nice job.
And they're still there?
They're still there.
Okay, so we'll go there.
I actually would be willing to go
Okay,
and price them for you. I know
Alright.
the man there. See if he can give us some kind of a deal on a nice brass outdoor plaque that would, stand up well with the weather.
because that's where we got it from.
And we would have the same, the same inscription on there. And then we could actually have it mounted on that tree, so it would look nice. Thanks, Maxine, I didn't even think of it. Actually, there's another one out there I tried to clean, Bob Lair's, and he was just a phenomenal person, and his is not really in great shape either, so we might down the
Maybe
road.
we should replace both of them, they weren't expensive.
It's just an idea, we could look into that. Do you want me to price them and see what they are?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll get back to you.
Both people were, a big
Fans of the library.
fans of the library, and
Mrs. Keenan.
Mrs. Keenan.
Mrs. Keating was our borough clerk, and Bob Lear was in the Historical Society, among many other things that he did. He was just a pillar of the community. That'd be nice. All right, I'll price it out and get back to
Okay,
you on
that'd be
that.
great, thanks.
Thanks, Maxine. And now we have Joe Diorio with presentation on Roselle Park Loves Art.
Good
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the board for allowing me to say a few words tonight about Roselle Park Loves Arts. I had an opportunity to share with Susan and with Pat Butler, who was at our last meeting, the opportunity for the library to be the hub of our Roselle Park Loves Shorts Film Festival. This is a new endeavor for the arts or program in September. And about a couple weeks ago, I would say, maybe it's about a month now, we were scouting locations for to show films. The Short Film Festival is essentially individuals, filmmakers submitting their films anywhere from a minute to 20 minutes for the most part, or up to 40 we'll consider, and to have a place where they could showcase it in front of a live audience to allow people to comment, compliment, or criticize the films. And how the process works is the films will be shown in blocks, usually blocks of an hour and a half, usually by theme. So it could be student theme, student submission theme. It could be narrative, experimental. It could be an international theme. What's interesting about the library location is that the setup allows for a perfect opportunity with the screen downstairs. The setup, you could probably fit about 50 people.
At least, yeah.
You can also queue people, line people up as they come in, so that as one group comes in, you could have them go down the right side of that triangular table, scoot around the shelving, and then as another group comes out, they can queue up and then go in. So it's an ideal setting for something like a short film festival. Why we're so excited is that by submitting the films or requesting submission of films through filmfreeway.com, we've received over 800 submissions of films. It's really gone wild. From places not only in the United States, but from around the world. Places like, you mentioned Russia, we have a dozen submissions from Russia, Italy, places like Mozambique, Kazakhstan, just places you would never think of. Filmmakers across the world are submitting. And I think one of the reasons is why is that this year is special. We're not charging any fees to anyone who submits a film. Normally these short film festivals, there'll be a nominal fee, anywhere from $5 to $40. We also opened the opportunity for a film to be made at any point in time. So a filmmaker, in some cases when they submit, they usually have to submit it within a year, 5 years. So we're getting everything, basically the kitchen sink of everyone's films. It's exciting. We're really enthusiastic about the opportunities to have people come into our library here, not just from Roselle Park, but from the tri-state area. Our marketing plan includes reaching out to New York City, areas north and south of Roselle Park, using the train station and the bus services to encourage people to use mass transportation to come to Roselle Park. The extra special part about this is that they'll also enjoy an arts festival down Chestnut Street. So it's something that's unique. We're going to be looking for 2 other locations because of the amount of films that we received. We don't expect to show 800 films. What normally happens is they're judged and they're narrowed down to, we'll probably do about 90 films if we have 3 locations. Here we would like to have the time frame between 12 and 5, but I'd like to have flexibility depending on how the films are blocked. So it might be 11:30, it might be 5:30, you know, so if allowed, we'd like some flexibility with that. So we're excited.
Yeah, we're
It's going to be a
excited.
great opportunity for Roselle Park, and it's something brand new that we've never done before.
And hopefully we'll have new furniture down there. It'll look nice.
It'll look nice, and also, the nice part of it too is that, oh, I lost my train of thought now. It happens every now and then. I'm hitting 50 next
It
month,
gets,
Jeff,
yeah, it
that's
gets
why.
what you're doing right now.
Child, you're
Yeah.
hitting 50.
Oh, the nice part of it is what we're trying to do, what we discussed at the meeting, is for those films that are submitted and accepted to be shown here or in Roselle Park, we are going to reach out to those towns or countries to ask them to submit to us like a resolution or proclamation recognizing Roselle Park's Short Film Festival. So we'll have these other locations recognizing that Roselle Park has a film festival. So it's getting our name out there.
So,
Now, did you ever think of doing it for like a whole weekend?
Well, it's funny because
If you have
some
so
short film
many.
festivals are 3 days, but it's usually like the first day is the welcome to, they have workshops with filmmakers and a networking section. And there's a full day, there's another day which usually runs from anywhere from 10 in the morning to 7 at night with all films. We're also toying around with the idea of, because we have so many films, having a summer series where we can show outdoor films of these short films. So the ones that are not selected for the film festival in September, maybe a preview of films in August, of films that were really good, but just we couldn't fit them into Saturday's schedule.
Because you know, we used to do this, we did this with Anthony. He had a independent film festival, I still have some of the movies
Oh, wow.
on CD. And they were highly, I mean, there were so many people that came to see these movies. I mean, a lot of family and friends
Yeah.
of the filmmaker, but it was very well received.
So I'm
So there's no
wondering,
problem
yeah,
with
I'm wondering-
licensing or anything?
Well,
that's
that's
what
what I
I'm
wanted to say.
wondering about the licensing.
The interesting part about using filmfreeway.com is that when a submission comes in, they're acknowledging the terms and conditions of our film festival. One of which is that they give us the rights to show the film. So they waive, first of all, they waive any liabilities, it's like a whole harmless statement in there, so they don't sue us, they don't, charge us a fee for the use of the film. So by hitting that submit button, they're already acknowledging, giving us permission.
Great.
No, and one caveat, I'm not sure of it, I'm not trying to throw a bone out there, but their list of films, according to the library, I guess the structure is that they have to be on an approved list to be shown at the library. And I don't know if that's your case or not.
I don't think so.
I don't understand what you're, is that true?
I think that you're confusing that.
With regular films.
With regular
Oh,
films.
regular
They
films.
have to be
No
on the list because of the license,
Oh, I see.
not because of.
When you have a license.
we say
Well,
you
they
can
waive,
show
by
it.
them submitting, they waive us having to buy a license.
It's not like a
It's not-
movie
We're not-
production company's
Right.
film.
Can we have a copy of that certification
Yes.
for us? If you could email that to me, just so we have that in hand,
Mhm.
just in case there's a potential problem, because we need that verification. And a quick question, you're anticipating it from 12 to 5.
Mhm.
Now, at that time of the year, our library's open 10 to 2.
Yeah,
So
but
that-
we'll stay open.
So here's my question, and this is something we can vote on too. We would need 3 extra hours
Yeah.
of time from staff.
Well,
So can you and are you,
I'm sorry, I just want to say, maybe we ought to make it 4 hours, because we're talking about allowing
Yeah.
flexibility.
that's really true, yeah. Yeah,
That's a
so
good
like
idea.
till 6 o'clock maybe, because
And then
people
if
have
it's
to
not
leave.
needed, if it's not needed,
Then we
it's
close.
not needed.
And it's not needed.
But we should stay open from 10 to 6
But
that
I
day.
think we
that's-
need to say
yeah,
the
good call,
starting
Srini, really.
hour.
Because we're gonna need that time, they might have people down there waiting, there might be a
Sure.
lag and maybe a
Set up.
problem, yeah, that's a really good idea.
I'll be here, so if I have to stay.
So, Sue, then you would be able to juggle your staff around so that no additional salaries would have to be paid for this?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Like you'd be able to comp time people or
Yeah, we'll
give
have the
them-
full-timers come.
Okay, I'm just asking, like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would be
I'll be
okay
fine.
with you so that we're not incurring any additional expenses?
No.
Okay. All right, any other questions for Joe while he's here?
Yeah, Joe, you'll obviously take a look at the films for the appropriateness of showing in.
Yeah, that's one of the conditions too, but just to give you a
Because
little.
art is, I know, a general term,
Right.
Right.
so we're gonna
There's
be a little
actually,
more
and I'm
specific.
glad you brought that up too, because a lot of film festivals deal with that issue of what's considered art. One of the statements in our film festival is that, and it's right online, so I'm gonna paraphrase it. Basically, the films cannot promote violence or harm to, like violence. There's like 3 key words in there, but essentially talks about that. So the judges have the right to determine that you're not selected because of that. We're given a lot of discretion. The way the process works is there are 2 judges for each film. Based on an up or down thumb, if they're selected, then they'll move on to the official selection, based on scheduling, the official selection of that day. We'll know beforehand, once they're selected, there'll be another set of judges reviewing that. So you have 2 eyes in the beginning, and then another 2 at the end, doing the final judging. So, but you're right, we have to be careful. Some of the film festivals are very wide open, and you can get a lot of interesting, crazy stuff that's really not appropriate, in my personal opinion.
Well, because it could be families coming there
Right.
to look at
Young
it.
children.
Yeah,
Right.
so you want to be kind of careful about that.
But it's really intriguing. We have a lot of animation. The experimental films are very experimental, avant-garde, kind of quirky
Now,
stuff.
do Roselle Park people get to the top of the list? or if they submit?
Well, we're hoping, we've asked the schools to participate, we've asked the community to participate. We're hoping if we get enough submissions, we'll have a Roselle Park block,
Oh, that'd be nice.
just for that.
Yeah, great.
So, yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Good stuff.
It sounds like a very exciting endeavor.
Maybe
When
we'll
do you
do
guys
a
meet?
board of
We
trustees on
met
cuts video.
That's so exciting.
last week. I'm not sure because we're juggling schedules.
Oh,
But
okay.
do you want to come to the next meeting?
I'd love to,
Okay.
yeah.
That'd be great. I
Yeah, or one
attended
of
the
them
last meeting,
before
it was
the-
very
Yes.
informative. Roselle Park Museum is on board 100%
Yes.
with Roselle Park Loves Arts. We're gonna be actually featuring, history of the Park Theater. I've found some really great things. I'm going out to residents and asking them to submit things to me on loan that we can put in those display cases and display. And then also completing a binder of artists. And did you wanna talk about that, if they know
Yes,
anybody?
yeah, if anyone, what we've put out there, out in social media land, is if you know of anyone who's lived in Roselle Park, or lived, it could be way back in history, or someone that's current, that's somehow involved in the arts, and that could be filmmaking, because it could be theater, it could be culinary, it could be design, any of the type of arts, we wanna collect that list into, history of the influence of arts.
Yeah, with the biography too, and we're gonna, because actually at the museum at this time, we have some, but we have very, very few. And it's a great way to build our historical collection of our town, as well as, participate in Roselle Park Loves Arts. So.
We have people that
We have
do that.
ours right there.
We have a gentleman right here, Michael Peterson, I don't know if you know.
Who's
He
an
has a
artist.
gorgeous photograph he brought tonight with him, his
Yes.
latest one from his last trip.
He's a
I don't
phenomenal
know, because I
photographer.
wanted to talk to you, Joe, about how you can submit it, not the film portion, I don't think my slideshows would qualify for that, but, well, maybe. But, you've seen some of my photographs, I think, at the Casano Center.
Mhm.
How can I get that?
Do you want to display them, you want to have them show?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Well, I'll speak with Pam, we'll have, because we're looking for people, that's the other thing. Roselle Park Arts is looking for artists, whether photography, water paint, whatever, to showcase their art. So if you're interested, I'll speak to Pam, I'm sure she would love to have her stuff displayed.
If you have my phone number, I'm in the board too, anyways.
Yeah. I'll reach out to you, I'll talk to Pam, but
Yeah,
consider it done.
I mean, I get a whole array of stuff, and it's not simply what I have here, it's just a more focus mostly on
Right.
Africa, but,
Right.
a lot of this, and some of it's gonna be interesting because
Good.
and obviously,
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody else questions for Joe while he's here, anything else? Okay, thank you, Joe, for the presentation.
You're welcome.
Really
Thank you very much.
appreciate it. Our next meeting is going to be,
That's correct.
May 18th.
You want to talk about, do you want anything from your friends?
Oh, sure. You have a report from
Mayor and
friends?
council.
Oh, gosh, I skipped over
Yeah,
you.
mayor and council.
I am so sorry, Sean.
I don't have much to say
Please,
from.
council, a liaison for council.
I
I'm
really-
just
I was gonna
totally,
ask anyway,
I'm
so-
so sorry.
With the meeting tomorrow night, I really don't have anything, to add
Okay.
on mayor and council
I
at
apologize.
this time.
Thanks. Read that quickly.
If you want me to just switch hats? I can
Yeah, please, from the
just talk
friends,
about
what you have.
the Friends have some exciting plans coming up. We have on August 27th, we are having the Hudson Shakespeare people come in, and they
that's
will be
great.
doing Henry IV,
That's gonna
but
be
they're doing it
wonderful.
with the Game of Thrones
Oh,
angle to it. So, yeah,
Good.
they're going to make it, sort of before there were the Lannisters, and, there was Hotspur, and I think costume-wise and so on, they are taking that angle. So we're hoping to do a build-up, publicity campaign as sort of a, starting on the day, summer is here. But winter is coming August 27th, and kind of play a little bit with that. And, hopefully that angle, that whole thing, and they have done work with the Kenilworth Library, and I have we talked to the people up there, and they say they're wonderful, they're very cooperative, they're very, they do a great job. They couldn't say enough good things about them, so that was checked out. So this will be, I think an exciting thing for, exciting event for the town, and they will depending upon what happens with how we're moving things around, the furniture, they will either do it here or we'll do it at the Casano, you know, we'll have to play with that. If they do it here, they will make use of the stacks and, you know, sword fights through the stacks.
Thank you,
So,
Charlene.
and so I think that that's, going to be, you know, an exciting event.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And we're firming up Dowlings, as many of you know, Russ had a baby girl, second girl in the family, so he's been a little bit busy, so we're not pushing him, but we do have the commitment for a dining out, which will come up next.
Oh,
But
excellent.
the big thing will be the Shakespeare event.
That's gonna be wonderful. Thank you
So
for
we'll be-
scheduling all that.
Yeah, that's gonna be
It's
something,
very
I think,
exciting.
very different for us.
I'll draw a lot of people over here. Thank you, Charlene.
Should have dinner with it.
Well, maybe we can do something like dinner at Dowlings first, and then.
Yeah, right?
Can I just add something?
Dowlings has been very generous.
Sure.
Really quick.
Yes, go ahead.
Me and Kim went to a meeting at the Garwood Library, and we actually saw the furniture that you proposed to, and it's beautiful. It's so nice. And
It's not
the
a surprise.
granite
He's
looks
such a
like
professional.
actual granite. It's
It's
unbelievable.
beautiful, right?
Yeah, it's really nice. They had blue.
Yeah.
We looked at different colors.
But, yeah, it was really,
At the Garwood Library?
yeah. Do you know,
Take a look.
it's like inside the
part of the school.
Yeah, yeah. If you walk in and you go to the back, they're all there. And it's actually the tables like you
We were
propose-
picking.
Yeah.
Looking at
Something we can
those.
take
It's
a
one of
look
the
at
ones we were looking
Yeah,
at.
so I just want
That's
to
good
let
to go
everybody
and
know
see.
if
I'm
you
gonna go
wanna
look at
see it
myself.
firsthand. And it, me and Kim were like, oh wow, you know, it's really nice, you know.
Did they say what their budget was over there?
Yes.
No, but I mean, we didn't ask, 'cause
And
it was
you're
our
here
first
to
Just trying to
meeting.
figure out based on how many tables they have.
They're the director, so.
Yeah.
Well, I know the old director,
Yeah.
so, I mean, I could ask her if you want.
Year to year, everything
It
changes.
doesn't matter
So we'll-
because we have our budget.
Yeah,
Our
we
budget
have
is
our
our
budget,
budget,
and
so.
that's
Budget is our budget.
Right, so it doesn't matter.
But that's great to know. We
That-
should go
yeah.
visit it and see what it
Yeah,
looks like.
so, yeah, that's why I just brought it up, if
questions,
anybody
then
wants
write
to
them
see what
down.
it actually
And
looks
that's
like.
close.
Yeah. So,
Okay, thank you. So our next meeting is May the 18th? Yes. And I'll see you all then, but before you go, it is National Library Week after all, so I have something for all my trustees. I have a bag for you.
Bags.
Please come choose
Wow,
your bag.
nice.
We have this side of paradise for the F. Scott Fitzgerald fans. And I'm sorry, I'm a Fitzgerald fan, it's just me, I can't help it. I have The Great Gatsby also, if you like that. And I also have Carolyn Keene. I love her mysteries. When I was a child, I read them all.
All right, I'm
This is
grabbing
the
it.
secret, I'm not ashamed.
Don't jump out of your seat.
Me too.
Secret of the Old
Read 'em
Attic.
all.
So help yourself
Yeah,
to
me
a
too.
bag,
I read my
please.
mother's copy.
And thank you for all
Wow.
you do for our library.
this one?
Don't fight over those
Yes,
bags,
thick
guys.
paper.
Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for
That's
all
right, as
your
long as
time,
Shirley's
for
got
all your
hers, she's-
volunteering.
I'm happy.
I think I work with the best trustees in the world. I love you all. Thank you so much for everything you do. And all your time matters.
Thank you, very
We
sweet.
did a work check.
We need a first, a second to adjourn. I mean, we're not adjourned yet. We're getting there.
And also
We're getting there.
that-
Okay, so, people can read the information that Charlotte gave. Did you want to tell me about that?
That's just because, you know, we are going to be having filming, we are going to be having millennials read. You know, if you want to, Pew does a lot of research on libraries. If you want to go online, look for Pew, P-E-W, Charitable Trust. Amongst the research that they do, and they do tons of research on everything, they do a lot of research on libraries, and some of it might be helpful, and maybe eventually we want to plan and maybe
Yes.
even have a committee or
Yes,
something.
all right. Yes, Kim, quickly, what?
Okay, I did all of the trustee things online. I did every single one of them. But,
Oh, you mean the mini courses you're talking
Yes.
about? Okay.
but the only thing I can say is at the end of each class, I clicked to get my certificate. Never got any
I
certificate.
haven't gotten any
I haven't
yet.
gotten mine.
None.
Mine came late. and came in bunches.
And I know
when
you sent me
did.
that info, so I'm
And,
gonna check.
yeah, if anybody wants the name of the woman who sent me.
That would be
the ones,
good.
I
Yeah,
can-
maybe we could ask
I'll send it out to everybody.
And we definitely need those certificates, because that will
That's
help
so
us
nice,
along.
that's
Isn't that
great.
great
I'm
that
so
everybody's doing
proud.
this? We have
Yeah.
great trustees here.
That's what I did.
Okay, can I have a motion, please, to adjourn our meeting this
Motion.
evening?
Second.
Can I have a second on
Very
that?
nice.
Thank you, our meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to sit around and talk for a few minutes, but our meeting is adjourned.